The January 6th committee zeroes in on President Trump and his actions during the attack on the Capitol, specifically for 187 minutes from 1:10 that afternoon to 4:17. This all played out during a primetime hearing, potentially the committee's last. This midday, ABC's Jay O'Brien walks us through the biggest revelations.
The House Select Committee investigating the deadly Capitol attack, telling a primetime audience former President Trump made a, quote, choice to violate his oath of office. The committee says Trump watched the riot unfold on TV in a White House dining room. Lifelong Republican members of his administration testifying they pleaded with Trump to step in, but he waited 187 minutes as the peaceful transfer of power was under siege before telling his supporters to go home.
And on January 6th, Donald Trump turned their love of country into a weapon against our Capitol and our Constitution.
The committee playing never-before-seen outtakes from this video, recorded a day after the insurrection. Trump struggling to criticize the rioters and unable to admit he lost the election.
This election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over.
Lawmakers focusing on what they call Trump's refusal to respond to the Capitol attack, never calling military leaders or law enforcement for help, even as rioters threatened the life of his own vice president, Mike Pence, and those charged with keeping him safe. The committee revealing anxious radio traffic from Pence's Secret Service detail.
You got smoke downstairs, step by.
An anonymous White House official identified as a national security professional testifying they heard Secret Service agents over the radio in fear for their lives.
There were calls to say goodbye to family members.
But that day, Trump tweeting this, accusing Pence of lacking courage for not refusing to certify Joe Biden's Electoral College victory as Trump demanded. Former Deputy White House Press Secretary Sarah Matthews saying the former president was pouring gasoline on a fire.
He should have been telling these people to go home and to leave.
Even after his supporters were driven from the Capitol, the committee saying Trump was unrepentant when speaking with a White House employee.
President Trump said nothing to the employee about the attack. He said only, quote, Mike Pence let me down.
Last night, Trump and GOP allies lashed out at Sarah Matthews, who still works on the Republican staff of a congressional committee. Trump saying he didn't know her, a frequent claim of his. Meanwhile, the January 6th committee is promising this will not be their last hearing and that they will be back in September. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.